Mr. Scarrett?
Yeah.
Dr. Scarrett, this is my son-in-law.
Excuse me, Dr. Scarrett, you reported your wife missing?
Marla, she's my sister.
She's our daughter.
And we came over here for a barbecue. Yeah, I came over here earlier, but she wasn't here. She
No,
wasn't
he's
here,
never
and
come.
she
No,
wasn't
no,
here,
let's
and
just
she's
calm
never
down.
like
Hang on a second.
My wife-
We'll go inside.
My wife has been missing all day. She's 7.5 months pregnant. Please.
Okay. So, Dr. Scarrett, you said that your wife was home when you left this morning at around 10.
He already told you that.
Please, Bernard, please.
You went rock climbing?
Yeah, I go almost every weekend. And Marla said she was going to stay home except to go do the shopping for the barbecue tonight.
Yeah, and I came by at about 11, to see if she wanted me to go with her to the market to help, with her being pregnant and all.
And she wasn't here?
No.
Did you come inside?
Yes, I have my own key. I let myself in. Her car was in the garage.
That's the 2001 silver Volvo station wagon?
Yes, I bought it for her.
Now, Paul, you said that you went rock climbing by yourself?
Yeah, to Ukiah. It's approximately an hour's drive from here. I left at 10 a.m. I arrived at 11:15. Went rock climbing. I got back to the bottom. It was almost 4.
And you got home at what time?
5. Marla wasn't here. Her car wasn't in the garage.
Was her purse gone?
Yeah. And her keys.
We all got here at around 6, and then, we started to panic because Paul told us that she wasn't here, and she just wouldn't go off on her own.
No, I told him, call 911.
What grocery store would she have gone to?
I'm not sure.
Amy's Whole Foods. It's a couple of minutes from here.
We should check, see if her car's
You know
in the
what?
parking
We're
lot.
gonna take care of that, okay? Right now, we need a list of all her friends, and you should probably start calling them. Check, see if they've seen her.
You can excuse us. We're going to call some information into the division.
I'm gonna get a bolo started on the car, but I think I should just drive over there. It'll be faster.
That's a good idea. Okay, I'm going to stay here with the family, okay?
Here's the photo of Marla you wanted.
Thanks. Can you do something for me?
Any word?
Oh, not so far.
Did they find her car?
It wasn't in the shopping center lot. They're going street by street.
When Rachel was pregnant, she took a drive to the beach without telling anyone and fell asleep in her car. Nearly gave us all a heart attack. We're gonna find Marla. I've organized a neighborhood.
Come on, let's go.
Dr. Scarrett, listen,
Look, we have to look. And there's an empty lot down there. There's a bunch of houses being built. She could have gotten out of her car, gone for a walk. She could be lying in a ditch somewhere.
Hello? Meg, we found the car. A few blocks away from the store.
I knew something.
She's not in it. But there's blood in the back seat.
Captain, do you have a minute?
Actually, I'm on my way to be briefed.
Yeah, she's ready for you. But can I possibly get a minute of your time this afternoon?
What is it?
I've made a life decision.
A life decision, and all you need is a minute?
Maybe 2.
Catch me later.
Marla's face is all over the news, and the tip line's already flooded with calls.
Anything concrete?
Ginny's checking a couple of them out, but no, not really.
What do you got so far?
Well, Marla grew up in the city. Both her parents were accountants. They're now retired, and she was working on her master's degree in molecular biology when she met Paul. He had just started teaching. And they were married 3 years ago. He's a nuclear physicist, and he kind of talks like one, too.
Oh, how so?
He's very precise, very mathematical, I left the house at 10 a.m. I arrived at the rock climbing area at 11:15 a.m., that kind of thing.
Got it.
Marla quit school as soon as she was married, and according to her mom, she wanted to get pregnant right from the get-go and finally did.
Okay, well, continue canvassing the neighborhood. Ask about transients and workers in the area. And check out parolees and repeat offenders as well.
So,
It's definitely Marla's blood in the car. Her OBGYN had just drawn some, sent it to the lab.
What about Prince?
A ton. Hers, her husband's, her family's, and a dozen others. We're running them all through APHIS.
How was the marriage?
From the way things looked, it seemed fine. You know, they were looking forward to the birth of their daughter, designing a nursery.
Stacy, do you know what the #1 cause of death among pregnant women in the United States is? Murder. Okay, Dr. Skerritt, this is your life. Go after him.
Paul's been climbing with our club for almost 10 years now. He's a really good guy.
Do you know his wife, Marla?
Yeah. Me and my girlfriend have gone to dinner with him a couple of times. Haven't seen her since she got pregnant, though. Think they'll find her?
What did their relationship seem like to you? Were they having problems? Or...
Why are you asking that? Paul wouldn't hurt a fly.
Seems like a tough sport.
Not for the faint-hearted.
So do people normally climb like that in groups?
Yeah.
You ever climb alone?
Me? No. That'd be crazy. Did Paul tell you he was soloing?
That's what he said.
Hello? Captain McCafferty?
Jessica Morita.
How do you do? You have information on Marla Skerritt?
Yes. I'm a graduate student working on my doctorate in physics. Dr. Skerritt is my professor.
And what sort of relationship do you share with the professor?
Right now, just professor and student. But before that, we were lovers, and that ended approximately 6 months ago. When I saw the story about Mrs. Skerritt in the papers, I called our family attorney. He insisted that I come here before the police came to me.
Who broke up with who?
I broke up with him. I just couldn't continue having an affair with a married man.
Was he in love with you?
Yes, he said he was. The breakup was difficult. Look, all I came here to say was that I had an affair with him, it's over, and that he never, ever discussed leaving his wife or getting rid of her.
Is that what you think he did?
No, not at all. I have no reason to believe that. But look, I've seen enough TV to know that stranger things have happened. So, if he did, I want you to know I have no knowledge of it and would never be part of something like that.
Okay. Thank you for coming in.
She wanted this baby very much.
What about you? Did you want this baby too?
Yeah, of course. I was an only child. I always dreamed of having a family. We tried as soon as we were married, but it took a couple of years.
Did you encourage Marla to quit school?
Well, on the contrary, I wanted her to finish, but she wanted to be a wife and mother.
Which was okay with you?
Of course.
Dr. Skerritt, have you ever had an affair?
Yeah.
One affair?
Actually, there were several. The latest was with a student of mine, Jessica Morita.
And how long did that affair last?
Almost a year. But as soon as I found out Marla was pregnant, I broke off with her.
You broke up with her?
In fact, I called all the women who I occasionally saw and told them I was turning over a new leaf. In the beginning, I didn't exactly take the marriage vows seriously. But in the last 6 months, there's been no one else. Please believe me.
We'd like to very much, Dr. Skerritt. We really would. He copped to the affair. As a matter of fact, he said that there was more than one, but not since Marla got pregnant. After that, it was like one big happy family.
Yeah, well, that jives with what Jessica Morita told me. Only she said that she broke up with him. How's his demeanor?
He's cold. I don't know. It might be the scientist thing, but...
Are you still there at the house?
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that he was in love with this girl, Jessica, and that she broke up with him because he was married. And, I mean, he could have divorced Marla, but with a kid on the way, she'd never really be out of his life. So, I don't know. I'm thinking that I should not leave this place until we search every single inch of it. So, do you think you can get a search warrant?
Already working on it. Morena, full speed.
You got nothing.
Really?
Let's start with motive. Her name was Marla, but he's no trump. Paul brings home 75 per and a professor's salary. He had no life insurance on his wife.
It was an unhappy marriage.
That is not true.
Oh, please. 3 and 4 affairs in the last several years. Please don't tell us how happy your marriage was. And by the way, your little graduate student, Jessica Morita, she told us that she broke up with you because you were married. So maybe you wanted your freedom.
That's ridiculous. I could have divorced her.
Well, as the saying goes, divorce without children, he'll pay. Divorce with children, he'll pay for the rest of his life. And then there's the little matter of Marla's body, found exactly where he went rock climbing.
Oh, guys, you are helping me make my case, so keep it coming. Paul is a nuclear physicist. Honey, I don't even know what that means, except he's smart.
Do you really believe if I wanted to kill my wife, that I would dump her body in exactly the place that I told you I went rock climbing?
Alone.
Excuse me?
Alone. He never goes alone.
That is not true. It is rare, but I have done it. And I was there all day.
Thank you, Paul. I was just getting to that. Away from the house, 10 to 5, we can prove that. Look, there is no way that he could have committed this murder, made it back to park the Volvo, and gotten back to Ukiah. He's got an ironclad alibi.
So what you're saying is your client couldn't have done it.
So then who did?
Obviously, somebody who knew Paul went rock climbing that morning and wanted to set him up.
Did you hit your wife over the head with a shovel? Did you kill her?
I swear to God I didn't do it.
Will you take a polygraph?
Yes.
What?
It's just too horrendous for words. I mean, when you're pregnant, that's when you're supposed to feel safe and protected, especially by the father.
Emperor penguins. The emperor penguin. Male. Incubates the egg. All winter. 40 degrees below. Doesn't move, doesn't eat. The female goes in search of food, returns with it when the chick's about to hatch.
I bet our species isn't in the same league.
Not even close.
Paul Scarrett leaves his house at 10 a.m. A neighbor outside gardening confirms.
Yes, but Marla could have already been dead. She could have been dead the night before.
Paul says she spoke to her mother at 9 a.m.
Well, confirm it with the parents and order the phone records. When do we get the blood work and the forensics back?
Should be any time now.
Okay, he withdraws $20 from an ATM halfway to the mountain at 10:30. He enters the parking lot at the rock climbing area just past 11, takes a ticket. We have it in evidence.
His lawyer says that they can prove that the truck was there until 4 p.m.
Well, even if they can prove it, assuming they can. Go on.
So he says he started climbing sometime after 11, didn't come down the mountain until after 3.
Well, how does his brilliant attorney intend to prove that?
Because another rock climber, they don't know his name yet, but somebody that Paul recognized saw him climbing at around 3 o'clock.
All right, who is this phantom rock climber? Maybe this guy doesn't exist.
He does, and he's coming in this afternoon.
Oh.
Paul exits the parking lot at 4 p.m. and arrives home at 5 p.m.
Marla?
And we know that because
he called her parents to ask if they'd seen her.
Marla!
So how does Paul, whose truck is parked in the lot all day, go home sometime after Liz has already stopped by?
after 11.
Kill Marla, get her car, put her body in the car, drive back to the rock climbing place, dump her body, drive back home, and park the car by the grocery store.
I don't know how, but I know he did.
That's not good enough.
Look, guys, the point is, if Paul's attorney is able to put reasonable doubt in our minds, it's not going to make it past the grand jury.
What the hell does that mean? Still an active investigation. You people arrest my son-in-law.
I'm so sorry. I'm allergic. So, do you mind?
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll just put her in another room.
Thanks.
Yet you're still investigating?
We still have some things that we need to clear up.
And we really do appreciate your help.
And why is it you people always suspect the husband anyway?
All right, just calm down.
No, the hell I will! My daughter is dead. And my son-in-law, who I love as I would my own son, is accused of killing her?
Look, I know this must be very difficult for you.
My sister's funeral is on Sunday. You have no idea how difficult this is.
Look, we really are sorry, but there are a few things that we need to confirm.
Now, Liz, you said you went over to Marla's. Are you sure that that was at 11 a.m.?
Positive. I looked at my watch.
And did you speak with your daughter that Sunday morning?
Yeah. I called around 9 to confirm that we'd be there at the barbecue around 6.
We need to know whether or not Marla talked to any of you about any problems that she was having in her marriage.
There you go, again.
We knew that they had a rough patch in the beginning.
We did? I didn't. I don't know what you're talking about.
Marla suspected that Paul was having an affair.
Ridiculous.
Actually, it's not. He did have an affair with a graduate student.
Oh, my God.
Connie, just because a man has an affair doesn't
There were
mean that
others,
he...
too, by his own admission.
How many others?
We can't say at this point. But what we can tell you is that he was cheating on Marla. And her body was found where he was rock climbing.
Now, the reason we're telling you this is if any of these facts change your mind about anything that maybe you were holding back.
We've told you the truth. All we know.
Bernie. Oh, God, Bernie, do you think that he could... That he did? That he killed our... baby? No.
He says he saw Scarrett just before 3.
Shovel has her blood on it.
And Paul's prints. That doesn't mean he did it. It's his shovel. It's in his garage. Someone else could have used the shovel during the murder and worn gloves.
But trace elements of blood were found on his climbing shoes, too.
He could have stepped in her blood left in the garage when he got back from climbing.
I hate this. I feel like we're on his defense team.
I'm playing devil's advocate. We have to. Anything else pan out?
No transients in the neighborhood. No unaccounted for workers. No repeat offenders in the area.
Where's Dr. Scarrett now?
Taking a polygraph against the wishes of his attorney.
And if he passes?
Stacy, we're not looking to indict an innocent man. We're looking for the truth. If he passes, even if it's inconclusive, we're moving on.
What about the media? They've already tried and convicted him.
Well, we can't let that influence us.
So let the DA figure it out. We've already made the arrest.
The DA wants me to tell him that we have a solid case, and I can't do that. Not yet.
This is unbelievable. He smashes his wife, 7.5 months pregnant, with their baby, over the head with a shovel, throws her in a ravine in a garbage bag.
Stacy, you don't know what happened. All right? None of us do. So, for all we know, he might not have done this.
Look at it this way. If the case goes to trial and Paul's found innocent, that's it. We can't try him again. It's double jeopardy. But if we find new evidence, we can arrest him again. And we can try him when we have a really strong case.
Results are in, folks. Inconclusive.
Inconclusive doesn't mean he isn't lying.
Doesn't mean he is. You guys have the burden of proof. If you can't prove he's lying, you lost your case. Think about it. San Francisco police has, in my opinion, done the right thing. They have freed an innocent man.
Well, guys, clean slate. We gotta put away our personal prejudices and start from square one.
Meaning what exactly?
Find someone else who wanted Marla dead. Who wanted Dr. Scarrett to take the fall for it.
Lana Rose Garrett. That's the name they had for the baby. God, every time I look at this photograph of Marla, I just think, God, I hope she didn't know what hit her. I mean, it's one thing if it's a stranger, but to actually know right before you die that it's somebody you love.
You know, when I was pregnant, Hank was hovering, especially when I was close to delivering, just hovering. But the bottom line is, he was there, protecting us.
Emperor Penguins.
What? What?
Never mind.
Okay, where are we? You know, Marla has no known enemies.
And she never exactly played the field. Before Paul, there was only one boyfriend that was in high school, and he has since joined the priesthood. Don't worry, I'm checking him out.
She had a ton of friends, all of whom loved her, and all of whom have solid alibis.
Bottom line is, Cap, we're coming up empty. The only person with any real motive is her husband.
But there is nothing in writing or anywhere else to prove that he was so in love with Jessica Morita that he was willing to kill his wife and his unborn child. No emails, no phone calls, no letters, nothing.
Perhaps I wasn't clear. Let's stop focusing exclusively on Dr. Scarrett. Look elsewhere.
Thanks. That was the ME. Marla's autopsy is ready.
I don't know. Maybe I'm jaded. Could see why men would kill their wives. Well, you know, at least I get it. But their children?
I don't get it. I don't get any of it. I don't want to. How are you coming with Scarrett's financial records?
Fine, I got the bank and credit card statements, the computer billing, but a little bit confused. What exactly am I looking for?
I'm not sure. But I'll know it when you find it.
You know, we're not all bad. We're not all Neanderthals.
What are you talking about?
Men, male gender.
Of course you're not all bad. I mean that. Come on.
It's just all this talk about men killing their pregnant wives. I mean, if Dr. Scarrett did do this or any other man, just put me in a room with him for 15 minutes.
So the way that you prove that all men aren't Neanderthals is to beat the crap out of the man who did it.
Problem with that?
Actually, I'd like to watch.
Oh, Emmy says Marla was hit from behind.
Yeah, massive trauma from a blow to the head. The shovel was positively identified as the object that crushed her skull. She died instantly.
Anything we don't already know?
Blood, fibers, evidence of cat hair, if that means anything to anybody.
Liz, Marla's sister, has a cat.
Jenny still in the field?
Yeah, but I think Nate and Raina should follow this up, Cap. If we show our faces there again,
good idea.
I've been looking for my own place, but in the city, it's like nearly impossible.
Oh, God, tell me about it. And even if you find a place, it's so expensive.
Yeah. Plus, my folks are pretty glad to have me back.
So, how long since the divorce?
Almost a year now.
Amicable?
No. It was ugly. Frank was abusive. Tried every trick in the book to get me back.
So you're a physical therapist, is that right?
Yeah. Although, you know, since I've been back, I haven't started back to work yet.
So, Liz, how would you describe your relationship with Marla?
She was my friend. My best friend. Aside from April.
April?
New house.
So, I guess your sister Marla confided in you a lot.
Oh, yeah. We told each other everything.
Did she know that her husband was cheating on her?
She guessed. Guessed right. She was really upset about it. But she loved Paul so much, I guess she thought that it would work out. My sister was one of those people who look at the glass as always being half full.
Your friend you mentioned, April, did she know Marla as well?
Sure. We all went to high school together. I was only a year ahead. She's a dental hygienist.
You mind if we get April's number? Yeah, we're covering all our bases. Yeah, just talking to everyone and anyone who might have known Marla.
Sure, but you know, she's not in town right now. She's at some kind of dental convention thing. I told her about Marla last night. Lily likes it when I scratch her behind the ears. Do you hear that?
Liz, I don't suppose there's any coffee around?
Oh, yeah. Be back in a jiff.
Thanks.
Here, kitty, 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 kitty.
Hey, Nate and Raina call?
Yes.
Did they get something from the sister?
Not much, although they did get quite a bit of cat hair.
Oh, please, don't tell me how.
Yeah. Listen, I want to bring Dr. Scarrett back into questioning.
Uh-huh.
We got a few more questions based on Liz's interview.
You want to haul him back into interrogation with the press ready to pounce on him and on us for letting him go in the first place?
Not as a suspect.
As what then?
As a man whose wife was murdered, who is now working with law enforcement to catch her killer.
Oh. Why didn't you say so?
Appreciate you coming in, Dr. Scarrett.
Oh, please call me Paul. I want to help. I've said that from the very beginning. Whatever I can do to help find whoever killed my wife and daughter.
Thank you. We all want the same thing.
Has there been any progress?
Actually, something has come up concerning Liz.
Liz, Marla's sister.
Yes. Apparently, there was cat hair found in the head wound.
Liz has a cat, so do millions of other people.
Who else besides Marla knew you were going rock climbing on Sunday?
Marla's family, I guess.
And that includes Liz.
But yeah, she knew.
Look, Paul, I know this may be difficult, but can you think of any reason that Liz might want to see her sister dead?
You said you wanted to catch the killer, right?
This is embarrassing. I told you that I'd had several extramarital affairs. One of them was with Liz. It was after her divorce. She came over to the house a lot, especially when Marla wasn't there. It didn't last long.
Was Liz one of the women that you called 6 months ago and told you didn't want to meet anymore?
Yeah.
How'd she take that?
Not well. She felt she'd been used by her husband and by me.
Did Marla know?
No. And please, I don't want her parents to ever know. Liz was unstable. She's on antidepressants. She's been on them for a long time. And even though her and Marla weren't on the closest terms, I do not believe that she's capable of this.
You'd be surprised, Doctor, what people are capable of doing.
Well, it all fits. Liz hated Marla growing up. Marla married well, Liz married badly. Liz just went through this nasty divorce.
She was jealous of Marla's marriage, had an affair with her husband, wished she was dead so that she and Paul could live happily ever after. Paul said he had an affair with Liz, but Liz considered it much more than that.
Yeah, and as soon as Paul found out Marla was pregnant, he went to all his lady friends, told them he wouldn't be seeing him anymore.
So on Sunday morning, Paul kisses his wife goodbye and goes rock climbing.
Liz knew where Paul was going, knew he was going rock climbing, knew where he went.
She admitted to going over to their house.
At around 11.
So she goes over there, lets herself in.
They could have had a fight.
Maybe Liz told Marla about the affair.
Maybe the fight continued in the garage. Or maybe there was no fight. Maybe she just followed Marla in there.
So she hit her over the head with the shovel.
Cleans up most of the blood. Puts her sister in a garbage bag and into the back seat of the car.
Why not in the trunk?
Maybe she was too heavy to lift into it.
No one would have noticed if it was Liz driving and not Marla.
She knew where Paul was going climbing. I mean, maybe she even saw the truck in the parking lot.
So she finds a quiet spot and throws her sister's body off a cliff.
And drives the car back and parks it on a side street near the market. And she's done. Go pick her up.
Arresting her?
No. Tell her we need her help. We got some more questions for her. We don't want the press jumping all over this.
Well, I don't know what's worse. Your husband, the father of your unborn child, killing you, or your own sister.
You about to make some obscure reference to the animal kingdom?
Not anymore.
Why are you speaking to me like that? Do you think I had something to do with Marla's death?
You had an affair with her husband.
I was lonely, upset after my divorce. He came on to me.
No, that's not what your best friend April said.
What? What did she say?
She said you were jealous of Marla and you wanted Paul all to yourself.
That's not true.
She said that you, quote, wish Marla was dead.
How can you Okay. Okay. Maybe I did say that. But it's just words. Words. I was jealous of Marla. She had a great husband, a great house. She was gonna have a baby. But oh my God, I mean, I didn't hurt her. I wouldn't. I couldn't.
Liz, we found cat hair in your sister's head wound. Cat hair from your cat.
No. See, okay. Maybe when I was, over there in her garage, I mean, all of my clothes have cat hair on them, but I don't know how it got there. I didn't hurt her.
Okay. Maybe you didn't mean to. Maybe you guys were fighting over Paul.
Listen to me. Even if I was some kind of killer, which I am not, why would I do that when...
When what?
Marla was gonna get a divorce right after the baby was born. She was fed up with him.
She told you that?
No. Paul did. A few weeks ago.
Liz, we found more of your cat's hair in Marla's car, in the driver's seat.
Well, that's impossible. I don't drive her car. I don't drive any car these days. After my divorce, I got a little crazy. I was drinking, got a DUI. They suspended my license. I don't dare drive or they'll take it away for good.
Did Marla know about your affair with her husband?
No. No, she knew about all the others, but no, I never told her. I wouldn't. She would have killed me. You see? It's just words. Just words. Words.
Captain, I know. I don't think she did it either.
Captain?
No, Stace.
But Captain, I found something. I'm not sure, but it might be relevant to the case. About 3 months ago, Dr. Scarrett hired a lawyer and opened DRPS Incorporated.
Why would he need to incorporate? He's a university professor.
That's what I wondered. But I asked a friend of mine who's an attorney, and she says it's a good way to shelter assets.
Check it out. The murderer was smart. He knew the statistics. He knew the cops had come after him.
So maybe he thought, let him come after me. I'll lead him to someone else. Someone who also wanted to see Marla dead.
So he, parks the Volvo by the market, put her blood in it, make it look like an induction.
Yeah, but what about the polygraph?
It's not infallible. There's at least a dozen websites that show you how to beat it. No, he took a calculated risk, one that he thought would completely exonerate him.
Well, look, the guy's smart, but he's not a rocket scientist. Well, he's a nuclear physicist, so strike that.
So he knew we'd come after him, and he tried to pin it on Liz.
And then he makes it look like Liz tried to pin it on him.
Almost ready for you. So it's 9 o'clock Sunday morning. He's getting ready to go. And he makes sure that Marla talks to her mother about the barbecue that night.
Paul kills her with the shovel. Puts her body
in the car.
No, in his truck.
There was no blood in the truck. She was wrapped in a trash bag. He was very careful.
But her blood was found in the car.
Liminal revealed human blood on the garage floor in areas that he tried to wipe clean. He could have planted it in the car, the way he planted cat hair on her body.
And he needed to leave the car there for his alibi, and so that when Liz came by later, she'd see him.
And then near the store to try and frame her.
So he leaves the house at 10 o'clock. He waves to a neighbor.
Pulls out some cash from an ATM at 10:30.
With Marla's body still in the back of the truck.
He drives to a remote area, and he dumps her body into a ravine.
Then parks the truck in the lot.
And allegedly starts climbing.
But nobody actually saw him climb until 3 o'clock.
He had time, assuming he dumped her body just after 11 to go home. Liz had come and gone by then. So he takes the car, he parks it on the street. He drives back and makes sure that he's seen climbing.
Anyway, he's off the mountain by 4. He's home by 5.
Wait. There's a big chunk missing here. If his truck was parked in a lot all day, how in the hell did he get back home to move her car?
Stacy, you're on.
Well, when I was trying to do a rundown of the assets that Dr. Scarrett might have that he'd be hiding in his corporation, I found this. It's from a storage facility in Ukiah, which is about a half a mile away from the rock climbing area, and he rented it under his corporate name.
And just what exactly do you think we'll find in this storage unit?
The night before the murder, Paul parks his motorcycle in a secluded area near where he rock climbs. Sunday morning, he kills her, puts her body in the truck, drives the truck to the rock climbing area, tosses her body into the ravine,
And then he parks his truck. But before he goes climbing, he hikes over to where he parked the motorcycle. And he drives that home to go and get Marla's car.
So, Mr. Scarrett, excuse me, Dr. Scarrett, what do you have to say now?
Not a word, Paul. Not a single word.
So, life decision, huh?
I thought you forgot.
You were kind of busy.
I know.
No time like the present.
I don't want to do this anymore. Be a police services aide. I want to be a real cop.
Oh.
And I think, well, I know that I'm ready to go on patrol and ready to finish my field training, if that is okay with you.
It's more than okay.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'll get to the paperwork tomorrow.
Captain, I always wanted to go to Antarctica to see the penguins.